Welcome back to the Manc Entrepreneur YouTube channel, and yeah, we are live. Happy Friday. Slightly different angle that we're talking to you from today, trying to get this set up ready. But yeah, as you can tell from the title, today I want to talk to you about the news that eBay Australia have just announced a fulfillment program. The one thing that we didn't think that they were going to be able to do, and they've been and announced it, which is incredible. So this news is a couple of days old. I meant to try and get this done yesterday and didn't. I wanted to get it done this morning, but didn't. And as you can see, I'm joined by the Chief Security Officer. Here he is, throwing his little toy around. Are you quite finished? You're going to get kicked out of the office if you don't shut up. You are. Sorry about that. So yes, we have, like I said, the news is a couple of days old, but I wanted to talk about it anyway. I like to try and get the news out as quickly as possible on this channel, and I've failed this week. I swear to God, there's going to be a murder. Hey, shut up. Get out. I'll take it off you. Confiscated. Never work with animals. So yes, onto the topic. eBay Australia announced this week that they had partnered with Australia Post and a company called Fulfilio in order to offer a fulfillment network program for eBay sellers. Now, this is interesting for a number of reasons. All the links to everything I'm talking about will be in the description down below after this has. If you're watching live, they're not going to be there in a minute as it's live. But as soon as I've finished, I'll update the description with all the links that you need. But yeah, the big part of this partnership, and it is only eBay Australia. Hasten to add that right now. This is not for Europe, UK, America. This is purely for eBay Australia. And I may have mentioned a couple of weeks ago how eBay had banned basically Amazon FBA and other third-party logistics companies from selling to eBay customers. Now we know why they did that. It's because they were working on this, which they knew was only going to be a couple of weeks away. So what does it mean? It now means that if you are an eBay Australian seller, you can go to or you can register interest in a landing page over on the ebay.com.au site to be considered to use fulfillment by eBay, I guess. Now, it's unsure at the minute how this is all going to work out. If you go to the actual page itself, it's an eBay page, and it all seems to be under the banner, under the badge of eBay Fulfillment. But they do mention Fulfilio as their partner. So it does sound like your deal or your contract is going to be with Fulfilio, but they are the eBay Fulfillment partner. Right now, it only looks like they are the only partner to do this. Now, why would you want to consider this? Obviously, pick, pack, and dispatch is one of the most time-consuming, most labor-intensive parts of selling online. And being able to get rid of that headache is a good thing. It's why Amazon FBA has been so successful all around the world. Now, based on industry averages for pick, pack, and last-mile costs, Fulfilio should be up to 30% cheaper than what you have previously been experiencing, with rates as low as $5.74 for pick, pack, and delivery cross town, as in the same city, and $6.83 for interstate service. They're obviously playing the numbers game, which again, Amazon do so well. The more volume you do, the better discounts you can demand, and therefore pass this on to the customers. Now, the interesting thing is for Fulfilio is that they have a national network of warehousing, totaling over 57,000 square feet, but most importantly in locations Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, and Perth. Perth is the interesting one because that's over on West Coast, Australia. And as of right now, I think Amazon only have Melbourne up and running. I think they're working on Sydney. But yeah, so Fulfilio have a wider spread of the market and are able to attract much, able to cover with quicker delivery times for your customers a much wider area. So you could, for all intents and purposes, take your products, take your pens that you sell, and if you're a seller in Sydney, you could send them to a warehouse in Perth, and your Perth customer should be able to get next day delivery. That's key, because otherwise it would take at least 2, maybe even longer days. So again, it's all about this delivery expectation, which, as we know, Amazon globally has sort of controlled that over the years and brought that down. And this was always the thing. This was, you know, here in the UK and the USA, we're not sure of how eBay themselves can do this. And this is exactly why they've partnered with Fulfilio out in Australia. The question that is on my lips is, will eBay bother to bring this to UK, USA, Europe? Because right now, Amazon is way, way, way ahead in terms of market domination in fulfillment, in third-party fulfillment, FBA. They are by far the market leaders. In Australia, however, I always remember saying, like, Amazon was late to Australia. eBay was the big marketplace out in Australia. They were pretty much unchallenged. I mean, you had the likes of Alibaba and AliExpress, but you would say that the...
Baby?
Yes, Mom.
Would you like to speak to your sister? She was silent.
But I'm live on YouTube right now, so no. Couldn't write it, could you? Couldn't write it. So, yes. Where was I? This has been a great live so far, hasn't it? I might just delete the whole damn thing. But this is real, so no, we're going to keep it going. Yeah, so what we're actually saying here is in Australia, they were very much unchallenged for a long period of time. eBay had vast market share. They had the value proposition, which nobody else was really challenging them for. And Amazon, the giant that is Amazon, came to the party and then sort of tried to interrupt whatever was going on. Now, I swear to God, I did. You have no idea about the number of distractions going on right here, right now. All I wanted to do, I've been so busy all day, and I've found a quiet room where hopefully I can talk to you about stuff that's going on for 10 minutes. No, it's impossible. So anyway, Amazon being the giant that it is, and we've seen throughout last year and this year how easy they can come and affect a marketplace. eBay were right to be worried, and we said this months and months ago. You know, how is this going to? How are eBay going to cope with the giant that is Amazon coming to play in their backyard? And so far, they've coped incredibly well. You know, we've seen them roll out eBay Plus, which is basically Amazon Prime. It's a membership platform where you get certain benefits. And now we've seen eBay Fulfillment Partner basically in answer to FBA. So how this is curious for me is like eBay Australia is very much, it's like its own very separate entity from the rest of, like, eBay USA, eBay UK, eBay Germany. They all follow a similar path. It happens in America first, and about 6 months later, they roll it out to the UK and Europe. Australia seems very much on its own and free to do its own thing with what it thinks is best. And that is very, very interesting, because if this is the case, if eBay is almost given, you know, ultimate control over how they act and they respond to things in their own way, they're doing a pretty good job of trying to mitigate the effect and the disruption that Amazon was going to bring to Australia. This is, I would take my hat off to eBay and say, you guys are actually trying. You've not just admitted defeat and thrown your hands up in the air. You've been innovative in a way to try and bring new products, new solutions for sellers in order to keep them using the eBay platform. So I do take my hat off to eBay Australia. I do think eBay Fulfillment Partner is something which could be very lucrative for eBay as well as for sellers as well. And it could, like I said, dampen some of the enthusiasm that Amazon has down in Australia. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Again, like I said, the links to everything I've spoke about will be down below in the description. We have links over on eSeller Cafe to everything that I've mentioned. But I want to hear about, what do you think? Is this good? Is eBay reacting quick enough to the Amazon threat? You've got to bear in mind that Amazon FBA and Amazon Prime in Australia right now is not the Prime that we're used to here in the UK and USA. It's a much more watered down version. So Australian sellers and Australian buyers, are not experiencing yet the full suite of Amazon, the full Amazon experience. So is eBay doing enough to mitigate that impact? Only time will tell. We also heard last week that Devin, when he noted, obviously next week, Monday, Tuesday is Amazon Prime Day. And Devin came out on Twitter and said, we will be running a week of deals on eBay throughout that week starting on Monday. So Devin knows exactly that it's Amazon Prime Day, and he is apparently launching his own deals on the eBay platform throughout the week, as well as kickstarting their latest marketing campaign. So again, very clever timing from Devin from eBay at this, and next week is going to be an interesting week to see how this all plans out. It should be an interesting one. To keep up to date with all the latest news on that, I do recommend going to eSeller Cafe. Favorite it, keep an eye on it. We update it multiple times daily, but also register to the newsletter as well. Anything big that happens, we will let you know. We don't spam you. We don't send you emails every day or anything like that. Only when there's something worth telling you do we bring you up to date with the latest news. So go and check that out. What else to say? I am away next week. I'm going to be traveling a little bit. I will try and get some videos up, but depends how good the internet situation is. I'm not expecting miracles, to be brutally honest. But yes, that's enough for me. I know it's late on a Friday, but I want to get this video out because, like I said, I might not be able to get it out next week. I wanted to get it out yesterday. Schedule didn't allow. Anyway, again, let me know your thoughts. If you're new around here, please hit that subscribe button. It does mean a lot. And hit that like button if you've enjoyed this video. I don't ask for likes at the beginning of the video because you might not like the content. And like I said, share this video. If you know someone who's in eBay Australia who may have missed this news piece, give them a shout. Link them to this video. I'm sure they'll appreciate it. So nothing left for me to say other than enjoy the rest of your weekday and enjoy the weekend, and I'll catch up with you hopefully next week. I will see you then.